really nice. Hey, what's going on? So while being in quarantine, there's probably something we can do to help our jiu-jitsu, right? Right? And when you find your passion, it ignites you as a person. You just feel awesome. I spent the last couple of weeks going through different stretching and mobility movements, and it ranged from, like Supple Leopard to Athlete X, to yoga moves, to like typical jiu-jitsu mobility movements. And I tested out all of these, and I basically figured out the moves that cause the most impact, meaning like the best results, and were the least boring, and figured I would put them all together in a little routine that we could do together, that makes you feel pretty friggin' awesome after. It feels really nice. Because I don't know about you, but things are tight. I mean, in jiu-jitsu, typically like your hips get tight, hamstrings, my calves get really tight, like all along here get super tight. So these are some stretching mobility movements that definitely helps that, because I feel awesome after I do these moves. Now, before we get started, grab a belt. It can be your jiu-jitsu belt or any belt that you have laying around. You can use your hands, but I find the belt is more effective. So let's get started. First, we're gonna do a little warm-up. So we're gonna do Cossack squat. So basically just get in a squat position, and you're just doing squats on either side. You don't have to go too deep to start with, and then you can get deeper. And let's just squat on each side. Get a little hamstring action. In there as well. So just 3 more times on either side. You can hear popping. Good. And from there, we're gonna loosen up our hips. So let's get in our sprawl position. Like somebody just tried to blast double us, but not today. And let's just rock back and forth. Feels really good on our hips. And what I'm doing too is I'm pushing forward. And this causes a bit of distraction, so it causes like a bit of separation that feels really good in that joint. All right, now take one leg out. As if somebody tried to sprawl on our left leg, and do the same type of rocking motion. Oh, let's do the same thing on the other side. So stick out your left leg. Oh, it feels really nice. All right, now from here, let's go into child's pose. So as if we were in somebody's guard, and just lean forward. And this is nice. In jiu-jitsu, we have a lot of compression on our spines. So this helps with our spinal health. And then let's just rock side to side. That way we can get a good side stretch as well. So to the left side, to the right side. Okay, you can stay on one side if one side needs a little more attention and just kind of breathe into it. Do the same on the other side. So you can do this or you can continue to rock. Whatever you feel your body needs, do that. So just breathe in. Matching the breath to the movement just makes it more interesting, and it helps. It helps with the releasing. Very good. And so from here, let's go into our classic downward dog and walk the dog out to release the calves a little bit. Very good. Just 3 more. Awesome. All right. So from here, let's have a seat, spread our legs. And the number one mistake that I used to make before doing this research is if I were to try to touch my toes to stretch my hamstring, I would actually curve my back and be so focused on touching my toes that I'd have a curved back. And that's actually not stretch. It's very ineffective to stretch your hamstrings. So what we're going to focus on is having a straight back and an open chest, because in Jiu Jitsu, our chest gets really tight because we're always in a curved position, right? So let's interlock our hands behind our back and just breathe in. Let's try to open up our chest. So, because if our chest is tight, then that brings our shoulders forward and it causes a rounded back. And yeah, all that stuff happens. And pretty soon you're just walking around. So let's just tighten, let's just loosen our chest. Take a breath in. All right, a nice straight back, straight posture, like that whole yoga thing with having a string coming through your head. And so when we do these movements, we're going to be going forward and back. So reaching forward with a straight back, not curving your back. We're not caring about going far. We're just focused on reaching forward and then pushing back with our legs. Good. Let's do 2 more of these. And let's do the same thing, but reaching side to side. So one side, the other. Very good. Let's reach to the center again. Three more of these. Let's go back side to side. Let's do side to side for 3 more. And then after, let's do a reach. So now let's reach it over. Very good. Let's concentrate on our breathing, like exhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. All right, very good. So here, let's go into our butterfly position. Let's do straight back. Let's just do a couple of circles. Good. Let's rotate the other way. Good. Rotate the other way. One more rotation, the opposite direction. Good. Now let's go into our S-mount position. So one leg forward, 90 degrees, the other leg back. And let's do some movement in here. That way we can open up things. So we're just rocking back and forth here. And we're using the strength in our legs to create the movement, which adds to the effectiveness of the stretch, because you're adding strength with stretching and your body responds to movement more than just stagnant stretching. If you want, you can add a little reach towards your back leg to open up your sides. So we're just rocking back and forth. All right, let's switch. Again, rocking back and forth with the movement. And you can go as deep as you want. You can add the stretch back to reach towards that back toe. Very good. Let's switch sides. Just rotate your torso by using the strength of your legs. Let's go the other way. Good. Switch. Just rotating the torso in the S-mount position. All right, let's go in the opposite direction. Good. Now from here, we are going to loosen our calves, which can most effectively be done when the calf is relaxed. So that's why being on your back is really nice, because you can fully disengage your calf. So take your belt, put it on the ball of your foot, and totally relax your leg, which can be tough to do, but just friggin' relax. No, just kidding. So just relax your leg. Try to breathe into the stretch of your calf. And if you want, you can add some movement to it, so you can do some circles, counterclockwise, some clockwise. I find movement really helps. It helps distract us from the pain, and it helps make the move less boring. All right, there we go. Let's do the same thing to the other side. So leg up, strap across the ball of the foot. Try to totally relax your calf. let's add some rotations. Great, rotations the other way. Good. And we are done. So those are the core movements. If you want to do these again and add more time, or just do them on your own, that way you have something in mind so you can do them quickly when you get off the mats, when we are able to get off the mats again. I find that's the most, for me, it increases the likelihood of me actually stretching, is if I do it first thing before getting off the mats after training, because once I'm home, I find I'm in eat, sleep mode. But all right, thank you so much for watching, and until next time.